Hey everyone, my name's Tracy, and I decided to start my channel, Tracy Take 2, to document my weight loss journey through gastric bypass surgery, which I'll be having on May 1st at Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, St. Joseph's Hospital. And I just wanted to document this for my own sake, and also if anybody else out there wants to view it and follow along, feel free. I'll start out with some of my stats. I'm 45 years old. I am 5'4". My highest weight was 240. I am currently at about 226, 227. And as far as measurements go, I'm planning on doing some measurements after this, and hopefully I can edit them into this and show you maybe a before shot with some measurements down the side. Just to kind of give you an idea of where my journey started and how long the journey kind of takes in the process takes in Canada or in Ontario, specifically Hamilton. I was referred from my family doctor. I went to her to get a referral, and that was on June 11th of 2018. Following that, everything's kind of a couple months between. So on September 17th, I had my group orientation. October 26th, I met with the nurse. December 6th, I met with the psychologist and the nutritionist. On December 20th, I had my endoscopy or gastroscopy. February 21st, I saw the internist. And on April 12th, which was just last Friday, I saw the surgeon, and that's when I got my date. I will be starting on the Optifast. I have to go pick that up tomorrow morning, and I can either start that. I think my dog's about to start barking at a dog going by. It's his birthday today. He's my Great Dane. He just turned 3, Bo. Anyways, as I was saying, I'll start the Optifast probably tomorrow. I'll pick it up in the morning and get everything ready to go and start on that tomorrow for my 2 weeks before my first surgery. I have a nutrition class, the pre-op. I don't have my pre-op appointments yet. They'll be calling me for that, but hopefully she said she was going to try to get them on the same day as my pre-surgery nutrition class, which I still have to take. So that will be on the 25th. I'm hoping to document maybe my first day of Optifast tomorrow, maybe the first couple days, see how that goes, and also maybe come back with some notes on the nutrition class. If there's anything interesting that I feel I should share, I'll come back with some of those notes. I think it'll probably kind of just be a rehash of the orientation, kind of with some of the same information. So. And also it's in the weight loss Bible. So I'm sure most of the information will be there. This is kind of just, I think, just to run over it again before you have your surgery. So I don't think there'll be a whole lot of new information there. Anyway, so then moving back to the Optifast, like I said, I start that probably tomorrow. I'm vegetarian. I don't think I mentioned that. That's another aspect of this. If I continue on, I'll be kind of giving some vegetarian kind of tips for my meals. I'm kind of a picky vegetarian. I'm not really, I do eat a lot of like the processed meats, fake meats, and that kind of thing, but I'm trying to get into more. I try to take tips from some of the vegetarian bypass and sleeve videos I've seen. So hopefully I can add a few pointers in for some of the meals for anybody else out there interested. I usually start off my day pretty much almost every day, and have for a long time with Vega all-in-one protein shakes. I make up myself. I get the chocolate ones, and I've had those, like I said, for years. I've kind of off and on those ones, and maybe even a few different kind of protein shakes, but it's usually the Vega one. And so I'm pretty good with chocolate. I'm pretty good with the protein consistency of protein shakes. The only thing I'm kind of worried about would be maybe the vanilla flavor, because I'm just not big on vanilla flavor. So I was worried. I thought maybe I'll try to run out to our winter store that we have here. They sell the skinny syrups, which are just flavored, no calorie, no sugar, flavored syrups for, I guess they're probably made for coffees to begin with, I think. I don't know. But I know that Winners carry them, so I thought if I could go out there and maybe just get like even a chocolate flavor I can add to the vanilla, then I can have chocolate and chocolate, or just see what flavors they have. If they have caramel or something. I didn't know what kind of variety they'd have, but I just went there today and they have a ton. They had like so many good flavors. So I bought 4 myself. I've got a birthday cake, so I'm looking forward to that. And I got cookie dough, so I'm looking forward to that. And the first one I tried, which I put in some of my tea today, and it was pretty good, is this peanut butter cup. So I tried that, like I said, in my tea, because I'm not a coffee drinker. I don't drink coffee at all. I drink tea, so I put flavors in there sometimes. So that one was good. I liked it. And the last one I got was this salted dark chocolate espresso. Yes, I picked up an espresso flavor. I didn't catch the espresso part. I thought it just said salted dark chocolate, which I thought yum. So hopefully it's not too coffee flavored. Probably won't bother me anyways, but I'll give it a try. I like dark chocolate. I like salted dark chocolate. So the espresso part is the only part that might throw me off. But I eat coffee crisp chocolate bars, so I'm not that against coffee, I guess. Anyway, so I also bought some flavor for my water. I use a lot of the little Mio and those little water flavor things quite often in my water anyways. I pretty much only drink water and tea, or pretty much all I drink 98% of the time. So occasionally I'll kind of get sick of drinking so much water, so I will put a flavor in. I've got Kool-Aid orange flavored one. I've had like I said, the Mios, I usually get like a lemonade one, or I'm not big on berry flavors. So I just bought this one here. This is new. To me, it's the President's Choice Pink Lemonade Water Enhancer. So that is something that'll just be a little different, just to help add to the water if the water's just getting to be too much and hard to take. Yeah, so I think that's probably about it for my first video. Sorry about the video quality here. I'm just using my webcam on my computer. I tried to take it on my camera with a tripod, and it was having some issues saving. And I also tried taking it on my cell phone, but it was hurting my arm holding it up, and I don't have a cell phone tripod at the moment. I did have one, and I don't have it on me at the moment. So yeah, that was kind of stuck on, and I'm kind of in a time crunch because, like I said, I do start the Opti tomorrow, and this process is moving along with or without my technology at hand. So yeah, hopefully my videos in the future will be of a little bit better quality. But I just wanted to get this out there and get it started anyways. So yeah, like I said, tomorrow I'll try some Optifast and take you along with my day. I don't know how that's going to go because I do have a Ninja mini blender. And so the morning and night Optis, I can blend them up with some ice and some flavorings or whatnot, and they should be good to go. But I'm just kind of worried about the ones at work. So I'm thinking of putting some of the flavoring in maybe just like a little cup or a little squirt bottle. I have these little rubbery squirt bottles I use because I eat salads at work every day too. Like I said, this weight for me isn't mostly, I don't think it has a lot to do with what I eat. I think it's more my activity level because I eat salads every day. I eat these protein drinks for breakfast every day. I snack on celery and carrots every day. I'm not a horrible eater. The weight has come on really slowly over the years. So It's just it would take me years and years to get it off again, and it just doesn't work. It just keeps adding up. Anyways, as I was saying, I eat salads every day at lunch. I have these little rubber containers with plastic snap lid that I put the dressing in, and I thought maybe I could start putting some this stuff in there to bring to work to squirt into my drinks at work, the Optis at work. So that should work out okay. And yeah, I don't think I mentioned it. I should go over just what brought me to this part of my life before I take two. And so, as growing up, I wasn't overweight. I was not an overweight child. I was not an overweight teenager. I was just average. I wasn't skinny, skin and bones by any means, but I was just average. I was very average child, teenager, up until college. In college, I actually lost weight, which is the opposite of what most people do. But I was doing a lot of walking. Didn't have a car because, from the time I turned 16 in my hometown, I had a car. I moved out of town to Hamilton here to go to school. So didn't have a car, doing a lot of walking. We'd go out to the bars. I had quite a bit good social life. Went out to the bars probably about 5 or 6 nights out of the week. So we did a lot of drinking, but also a lot of dancing. I was a dance machine. We danced like all the time at the bars, and we'd walk to the bar, walk home from the bar. Lots of walking and dancing. So, and I didn't eat bad in college either. I wasn't a vegetarian then, but I did eat a lot of mostly fish, rice, chicken. I just didn't eat. I didn't cook myself steaks or eat any pork and beef. I just was never big on that to begin with. So yeah, so I actually lost weight in college, and in college I think I didn't really weigh myself a whole lot, but I think I was probably about between 125 and 135, maybe I would say, in college. And then after college, me and my boyfriend, then boyfriend, now husband, we moved to Toronto, which is about an hour away from Hamilton here. And he had a job straight out of school. I was then looking for a job. So I was unemployed. And that was kind of depressing, not having a job and doing the job hunt. So I was doing a lot more sitting around. I was sitting around because I was just job hunting and I just wasn't out doing anything. I was sitting at home while he was working, and that was depressing. And I just did a 180 from so much activity in my days to nothing. So I think that's where I started to put on the pounds. And like I said, I didn't really weigh myself a lot back then. So I just kind of noticed that, these clothes are getting a little snug. I need to move up a size. And that slowly happened. Eventually I did get a job, and I got an office job, or a desk job. And so then I had a desk job for a few years. It was probably about almost 10 years. And then I got pregnant, and we decided to move back to Hamilton with our baby, and I wasn't working after that. So after I had my baby, I wasn't working anymore. So at that point during the pregnancy, obviously you do get weighed. So I didn't know I was around a 180, I think, late 170s to 180 pre-pregnancy. I put on about 30 pounds then. 30 pounds came off. I lost the weight immediately right after I had my son, and I was breastfeeding him for about 2 years. And then I got pregnant again, and same thing. I was around the same weight, put on about 30 pounds, lost the 30 pounds, breastfed for 2 years. Short while after that, I was pregnant for my third time. I had another daughter, and with her, I put on a little bit more weight. I think I put on about 30 pounds, maybe a little bit more. And with her, it came off again, same thing, breastfed for 2 years. So I was still around the 185, about 185 at that point. I started a job. I started working again after her, and I had a retail job. So it was just a part-time retail job. I was on my feet the whole shift. So I was getting a lot of walking in again. So I went back to more activity again. So what I would have gained in stopping breastfeeding, I lost with my active job. So at that point, I still maintained around 180s until about a year later, I got another desk job. And with that desk job, which I've been doing for the past 4 years, the weight just came on and on and on and on, and it just slowly built up until I was at my highest weight, which was just recently about 240. I also take a thyroid medication for, I've got hypothyroidism, and a couple other medications. And I think those also help contribute a little bit to my weight gain over the past few years. The different birth controls, those also I know help put on weight. So I know there's a few different factors on top of my sedentary lifestyle that kind of contributed to where I'm at right now. And so I'm hoping for like a reset. That's the very first thing I told the nurse when I went in for the weight loss and I spoke to her. I said, I kind of just want to reset. I gave her my life story too. And yeah, so I mean, like I said, I wasn't overweight as a child. Into my early 20s, I was fine. Take a few years down the road and it just, the weight just rolled on, rolled. And then, so now I'd like to stop. I'm 45 now. I'm going to be turning 46. So I would just like to kind of reset back to where I think I should have been if I just didn't kind of put on all this weight and things didn't happen that caused me to gain this much weight. So hoping to get back in the range of about 135, 140, I think is a good range for me. And my nurse and the internist and everybody, they all agreed. That sounded like a good range, a good goal. So that's where I'm hoping to be. And I think I made this video about as long as it needs to be. So I've given you my history, what's happening in the near future, and hopefully I will be able to keep up with these and keep you updated past the surgery as well and into how things are going for me in the future. All right, so thanks for tuning in and I'll see you later.